Welcome back. You're still watching the Afia Morning Show, reaching you live from Enugu, Nigeria. I'm Nathalie Uku. I'm still seated here with Nnamdi Umuahia. Nnamdi, how are you doing?
Still here.
All day coverage on Saturday. Are you ready?
Well,
you feel prepared?
I mean, we're almost there.
Yeah, a few hours away.
Less than 24 hours. Time will be here. You know, polls will be opening. Anambra people will be on their way to the ballots. People will be in the nooks and crannies of Anambra State. And like we promised, all day wall-to-wall reporting, eyewitness reports, you know, we'll be talking to people in Anambra all day. All day, and not every day, but all day for Saturday, beginning at 8 a.m. Anambra decides. Of course, we'll be having the Anambra Central and Situation Room. You'll find out what that means on Saturday. Now we take our original stories, and this time the first story we're following an Igbo man to, well, where he went to Abuja. The Nigerian Senate has confirmed Dr. Kingsley Tochukwu Udeh, a senior advocate of Nigeria from Enugu State, as a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. His confirmation followed a successful screening at the Senate chamber, where he answered questions from lawmakers. Dr. Udeh was introduced to the Senate by the special advisor to President Bola Tinubu on National Assembly Senate matters. During the session, senators asked Udeh how he would handle responsibilities if assigned to a ministry outside his core legal field.
And then thereafter, you take a few questions from our colleagues. You're welcome. Very valuable question of Attorney General of the Federation and Attorney General of the Federal Government of Nigeria. Because the same glamour also goes to the office of Accountant General of the Federation and Accountant General for the Federal Government of Nigeria. People believe that the two should be separated. So that's I think those are very germane questions.
He's done exemplarily well. He has a great record, a very fantastic track record. But I have seen that your focus has been in the legal arena. You have done and risen to the peak of your career being a senior advocate of Nigeria at a relatively young age. I want to ask you this. Having a background that is deeply rooted in the legal aspect, how do you see yourself contributing to the cabinet of Mr. President, and what portfolio you think you would be best suited for? Thank you very much.
One thing I can say is that I've served in the office of the Attorney General Commissioner for Justice.
Now, while responding to questions from lawmakers, Udeh pledged to serve the nation with commitment and integrity if sworn in as a member of the Federal Executive Council.
I can say is that I've served in the office of the Attorney General Commissioner for Justice with integrity, with the fear of God, creditably, and performing, knowing that justice is a matter that is divine. In handling it, one must fear God, and one must remember that if justice is miscarried, it can affect, deeper than the particular case that is before that particular office. So, if you're a good lawyer, you should be able to fit in to any job description and do well, because there's law of every walk of life. But beyond that, beyond my strong background in law, I have very strong background in research and academics, very strong background in governance, many years of governance experience. As a public servant, I've held various offices, but beyond that, as a development expert, having worked with various international organizations and supporting government of the state, there's no state of the federation that I've not worked for, none. And worked in, either as a consultant for UNICEF, for UNDP, for DFID, and various other international organizations, spanning different walks of life. So, it's not just been law practice and litigation. No, by the grace of God, my experience, my career and professional stint have spanned across various facets of life. And This is what I would leverage to bring value to the renewed hope of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if the Senate approves that I serve in that capacity.
All right, and there you have it. Nnamdi, what's your reaction? The Enugu, or shall we now, is he the former Enugu Attorney General now? We've not received any...
He's the former.
So he's the former Enugu Attorney General?
He cannot hold those two positions.
What's your reaction?
Well, I mean, he was put as the minister designate, so he's not exactly been thrust into
the science
ministry
ministry.
Yeah. So like I suspected earlier on, there might be some shuffling. Somebody else might be put there and he might be put into as minister in another ministry. They might put him there, I don't know, I'm just saying possibly, but that's what I suspected, you know. And somebody did raise the question, your background is law, you know, why do you think that's... But, you know, it's an administrative post, as we were discussing yesterday on the show. It's an administrative post, and, you know, in this era where most things are all about IP, understanding contracts and, you know, bridging the gap between private and public sector, somebody who understands the law of it, might not be a bad choice. So we'll wait and see if they give him that ministry or if they push him. At the same time, I'm sure there's jostling now, you know, in the corridors of Lion Building for the position of Attorney General, who will be the next Attorney General of Enugu State, because he wasn't appointed too long ago himself. So we might have another one appointed soon again. So let's wait and see. So it's two big announcements that will be coming up. What will his portfolio be? Who will be Attorney General of Enugu State? And
let's see how that gap is filled, of course. Now we head on to Umuahia, Abia State, where as deadly attacks continue across parts of Nigeria, some citizens say they have lost faith in the government's ability to protect them. This comes after U.S. President Donald Trump threatened sanctions and possibly military actions against terrorists in Nigeria, accusing the government of doing little to stop what he called genocide against Christians. Afia TV's Deputy Chief Correspondent Emmanuel Nwazue went around Umuahia to gauge public opinion and found growing support for foreign intervention. The report.
Insecurity in Nigeria has lingered for years, from insurgent attacks in the northern part of the country to banditry and kidnapping across the country. Thousands have been killed, and for many, government assurances of safety have become hard to believe. In Umuahia, ordinary citizens say they've reached a breaking point. Some now believe that if Nigeria can't solve its security crisis, then perhaps America should.
Let them come and sanitize here a little bit, because all this while the government seems to be complacent, and we learned that probably there are accomplices within the government circle. So all efforts, they will be treating it with kid gloves. We have not seen results. You know, after they strike here and there, they will come with their usual rhetorics. We'll catch them, we'll deal with them. Rhetorics. We'll catch them, we'll deal with them. Why not be proactive and prevent all those things rather than being reactionary?
If they can do it, let them come and help. Maybe when they come, the problem will be okay. That they resolve the issues or the problem. Let them come and help.
Yes, if it's coming to fight the terrorists, it's good to go, so that Nigeria can be a safe nation for us to live. So that you can travel from here to the north without any problem, to the south, to the east. So that's the problem. You know, as we commoners, we don't have money. We travel by road. The so-called big ministers, they travel by air. They have not experienced what we're experiencing. When we are going on the road, there will be a lot of kidnapping, a lot of places. So Nigeria is sinking. That's simple truth.
So Nigeria cannot tackle this problem.
From look of things, for how long? Since 2014 to date. And I think it's increasing every day by day. Killing people, killing Christians, Reverend fathers. That's the most important thing. Catholic priests.
I want them to come and wipe them away because we have been suffering for so long, and the kidnapping, killing the Christians all over the Nigeria is getting too much. Let them come and do that. If they can handle it, why not them? Since then they didn't do it. It's allowed the country, another country, to come and help us and do them.
These things are documented. There have been evidences where they have irrational killings in the north, unprovoked killings by this terrorist group or the radical Islam sect. Look at Gideon Akalaka Luka in Kano. Look at the other one, Doro. You know, they stoned her, and the worst is that the US claim they've been giving us aid and grants, and they say they can't continue sponsoring failure. That the government has failed to, come out with a proactive plan to stop all these killings.
All the respondents we spoke to believe that U.S. involvement could make a difference, arguing that Nigeria's leadership has shown a lack of capacity and political will to defeat insurgents. But some across social media platforms have warned that such intervention could violate Nigeria's sovereignty and worsen tensions. The debate follows United States President Donald Trump's recent remarks in which he threatened sanctions against Nigeria and possible U.S. military action against the terrorists over the killings of Christians.
The Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians. The USA will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria. We're going to do things to Nigeria that Nigeria is not going to be happy about, and may very well go into that now disgraced country, guns are blazing, to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible, horrible atrocities. I'm hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for possible action. If we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet, just like the terrorist thugs attack our cherished Christians. These are cherished people. These are great people. Leave them alone. Warning, the Nigerian government better move fast before it's too late. If they don't, there's going to be hell to pay.
Meanwhile, at the Federal Executive Council meeting, which was held for the first time since July 31, here is how President Bola Tinubu responded.
The task ahead is immense. We are engaging the world diplomatically, and we assure all of you that we will, defeat terrorism in this country.
For now, Nigerians continue to live under the shadows of fear, hoping for peace, whether it comes from within or from abroad. In Umuahia, Emmanuel Nwazue reporting.
All right, thank you, Emmanuel, for that report. This is a serious concern, Nnamdi. This is a serious concern. How did you feel watching that report? What is going on?
They said come and wipe all of us away because
guns are blazing, huh?
We have been suffering too much. You look at what Trump said, and you're like, his rhetoric seems so harsh. But you look at Nigerians themselves, and they're like, yeah, come, blow everything away. And you see, this is an indictment on the federal government, that the people are in a point of helplessness and desolation, to the point that they think that a foreign body coming in will respect their rights more than the government they have in their own country. It means that the federal government have failed in the region. And, I will speak for this region and, let others speak for themselves. But they have failed in this region to the point that the people here don't even feel like they are part of the country again. There's only so much gaslighting you can do on a group of people. The truth is, this region feels isolated. The Christians in the Middle Belt feel isolated. The government has done nothing. There have been no arrests. There have been no convictions.
Right.
What we have are reintegration of murderers into society as Kano constabulary, they want to put them into the army. So of course people are going to be happy about this.
I think at this point we need to shift away from this header that says Nigeria, US diplomatic tension. It's not a diplomatic tension. I think it's more of the need for the federal government to focus more on unmasking these unknowns and actually telling
who are
us
the sponsors.
exactly.
The US keeps asking who are the sponsors.
Give
who
us
are
that
the
information,
funders?
because he's not saying like a US president is not saying that he wants to come in here. He's saying act now, and if you don't, this is the action. So there's still that, you know, it's not just Mazinam the candidate that's been given the last chance. Nigeria too is being given the last chance to act against the terrorists. But we're going to circle back to that conversation. But before we do that, let's take this sweep report that shows that the gaming sector in Enugu appears to be witnessing a significant boost. Now, the Enugu State Gaming and Lotto Commission brought together stakeholders from across the gaming sectors yesterday to strengthen compliance, promote innovation, and build a sustainable gaming ecosystem in Enugu State. Afia TV's correspondent, Favor John Udude, reports.
Today, stakeholders across all gaming sectors in Enugu State have gathered for the Stakeholders Engagement Forum organized by the Enugu State Gaming and Lotto Commission with the theme Consolidating Compliance and Innovation, building a sustainable ecosystem of innovation in Enugu State gaming sector. The Stakeholders Engagement Forum, organized by the Enugu State Gaming and Lotto Commission, which took place at the Amajo Event Center, brought together key operators, agents, and regulators from across the gaming industry. The forum, with the theme Consolidating Compliance and Innovation, building a sustainable ecosystem in Enugu State, provided a platform for discussions on how to strengthen regulatory frameworks, enhance responsible gaming, and encourage innovation in the sector. The event also featured an interactive question and answer section where gaming agents aired their opinions and sought clarifications on operational challenges, and all of which were addressed by the Commission. A keynote address was delivered by Mr. Ejiofor Agada, CEO of PMM Nigeria, who emphasized the vital role of gaming in boosting the state's economy.
So, because the whole essence of this presentation today is to explain that regulation is not something that is against your business. It is something that helps your business. Without regulation, there won't be any business. So when you see the regulator, in this case, Enugu State Gaming Commission, explaining certain aspects of the business, how it should function, what you should do. The whole idea is to make sure that not only are you protecting your business, the regulator is also protecting the interests, the lives of your customers.
Speaking further, Prince Arinze Arum, the Executive Secretary, Enugu State Gaming Commission, highlighted the new policies and compliance mandates introduced to strengthen regulations and enhance the growth of the gaming industry in Enugu State.
The Commission also wants to, as part of its regulatory mandate, to, we're going to be engaging inspectors, that are basically will be empowered to monitor and report to the Commission what happens out in the field. We have zero tolerance for illegal activities in gaming.
Speaking to Afia TV, one of the gaming stakeholders described the engagement workshop as a vital initiative that unveils the state government's new roadmap for the gaming sector. He added that the forum would also drive digitalization and empower operators to thrive in the evolving digital space.
This engagement workshop program is essential in the sense that it helps to unveil the new roadmap of the state government as regarding gaming operation. And again, as it was rightly stated, it will equally help in the digitalization of the industry.
Mr. Agada highlighted that the new ESGC signage will help distinguish licensed gaming operators from illegal ones, ensuring proper regulation in the industry. He also noted that the Stakeholders Engagement Forum, which began in 2024, has now become an annual event where gaming commissions review their activities, share ideas, and improve communication within the sector.
The idea of identifying legal gaming operators in Enugu State is one of the key reasons why the commission decided to make it compulsory that gaming outlets must have an approved ESGS signage. This helps in identifying the licensed operators so that there won't be a prevalence of illegal operators in Enugu State.
A stakeholder emphasized the importance of the workshop, pointing out that excessive government taxation remains a major challenge and urged the state government to address the issue.
Okay, I feel it's very, very important in the sense that what the Enugu State Gaming Commission is trying to do is, trying to keep us abreast to their latest innovations on how we can have a seamless and hitch-free operations regarding the gaming in the state. The way the government actually come out, in terms of taxations to these teaming agents, it's really something that we will have to plead with the Enugu State Gaming Commissions to look into.
Mr. Udeh noted that Enugu State is unique and continues to witness remarkable developments. He also emphasized the importance of the forum in fostering growth and collaboration within the state.
I think it's very simple. It was simply an engagement with the industry stakeholders to be able to give information, exchange information, collaborate, and try to see the way forward as to the gaming industry in Enugu State. Enugu State is a very unique state. Certain things are happening here that are first-time things that are happening anywhere else in Nigeria.
Mr. Arinze explained that the team reflects the rules and policies guiding the industry, emphasizing the need for agents to comply. He stated that the forum aims to establish a uniform standard for gaming operations in Enugu State, urging operators to align with those policies to ensure lawful and regulated practices within the sector. He noted that the implementation of the policies is to start from January 2026.
At the epicenter of regulation is compliance. What the regulator does is to set, of course, in collaboration and in consultation with the relevant stakeholders, set clear rules and guidelines for the industry, and then the stakeholders also comply with those rules. So at the center of this whole thing is compliance. So we would expect that the operators move with us, the commission, to be able to create a standard and structured gaming industry in the state, so that to make it easier to spot an illegal operator.
The Stakeholders Engagement Forum served as a vital platform for dialogue, collaboration, and strategic planning towards strengthening the gaming industry in Enugu State. In Enugu, Favor John Udude reporting for Afia TV.
I mean, with all of the challenges facing Nigeria, what's needed relief? The Enugu gaming sector getting the boost that it needs. Nnamdi, what's your take on it?
I mean, job creation, bring money into the economy. For me, that's where my mind always is. More different types of businesses coming to. People don't really know the impact of the business entering till it comes in. There are many things that will happen, even down to the fact that the people who will work there will buy food and eat.
That's true.
There's the way money enters an economy and circulates.
Well, that's it.